So the left has a new celebrity they are now targeting. Probably a little unexpected. Mr. Tom Felton, who is best known for his portrayal of Draco Malfoy in the Harry Potter series. And it's for the stupidest reason. All he did was basically say, I'm grateful for J.K. Rowling giving me the life I have. Because if it wasn't for the stories she wrote, him, Daniel Radcliffe, that whole squad would not be as successful as they are. They would not be multimillionaires. They would not be able to do whatever they want. That's basically all he said. And of course, the left, anytime you compliment anything to do with J.K. Rowling, they have to come full force and try to cancel everything about you. So let's just dive into this. So the Independent reports Harry Potter fans tear into Tom Felton's response to J.K. Rowling's anti-trans views. So basically, he was asked if her views. Let me just play the video for you; it'll be easier. So it's right here from Variety. I don't know why the sound's not playing. 1 second. Why is the sound not playing? Oh wait, hold on.
I'm not really that attuned to it.
Sorry about that.
How does the sort of Twitterverse controversy around J.K. Rowling's views impact you at all, or impact your work on the world at all?
No, I can't say it does. I'm not really that attuned to it. The only thing I always remind myself is that I've been lucky enough to travel the world. Here I am in New York, and I have not seen anything bring the world together more than Potter. And she's responsible for that, so I'm incredibly grateful.
That's all he said. Nothing crazy there. He said, I don't really, I'm not really paying attention to that, which, I mean, he could live under the radar. It's not like he's like the biggest celebrity on the planet. He shows up once in a while, acting like the Flash, acts in Planet of the Apes, like does little small things here and there. And what he said is right. People love Harry Potter. Harry Potter has a cult following. Like they have a huge following. And what he's saying is, he's thankful for that, and he's so thankful because of this that launched his career. He's able to travel anywhere. He's able to do what he wants because of the success of these movies. Because he made a lot of money from the movies, and he's still getting royalties from the movies. Like it's his whole career. He could literally do nothing for the rest of his life and be fine. But because of this, the left is having an absolute meltdown. So you have this person saying, what a loser. And that's why he stays jobless and a loser. And it's funny, they locked up the comments because I guess, they can't handle other people's opinions. Unemployed, receding hairline, and spineless, like pick a struggle. I don't think he's struggling at all. I think y'all are the ones struggling. This got 2 million views. That's insane. And he didn't even go on and say oh, I fully agree with her. All he's saying is, I don't pay attention to that, but I'm grateful she was able to give me this opportunity for my career. Literally all he said. And you would have thought he just praised her. And people would comment, I love how intolerant the trans community is. They make it easy even for most people on the left to hate them. Does he need to be employed? He has loads of money from Harry Potter. Nobody cares about his hairline. That's the thing when people get me, and I've had people say this on my TikTok page because my hairline's receding, why I always wear a hat. And when I make a video they don't like, they immediately just target that. Once you start targeting someone's looks, you lost the argument. If you can't say something educational or something to actually carry the argument, carry your side, you go for someone's looks, you've lost. That's the biggest sign of a loser. Jobless and ignorant. Congrats, Tom. Check your privilege. Also, comments locked up. Of course. You can't have people combat you, right? Harry Potter was, as he said, quote, Harry Potter is my only successful acting credit. I've made it my entire personality, and I'm a straight white man. See, that's the thing that gets me to this stuff. There's people that try to, and he's been in other things. I really liked him in The Flash. There's people that try to kind of get away from their identity. People don't want to be known for just one thing. And there's people that fully embrace it. Robert Downey Jr. fully embraced Iron Man. He's done 1 million movies as that. Mark Hamill, whether you like him or hate him for his political views, he fully embraced Luke Skywalker. You know, you have these people that just like, I think one of the biggest was Carlton from Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. Most people don't even know his real name. Some people just fully embrace the character, and that's what it seems like he's doing. And it's been rumored that he's going to reprise his role on like Broadway or something, which I think is pretty cool. And these people are acting like it's the worst thing in the world that he loves a character, you know? And so it's a big contrast from what the other three in the squad, which is Daniel Radcliffe, which is Harry Potter, Emma Watson, which is Hermione, and Rupert Grint, which is Ron. So this is back in 2020, where they all basically attacked J.K. Rowling just because, you know, they just had to be against her. The trio all responded following the backlash surrounding this. Radcliffe was the first to address it, issuing a statement via the Trevor Project. Good start. He said in a statement, transgender women are women. Any statement to the contrary erases the identity and dignity of transgender people and goes against all advice given by professional healthcare associations who have far more expertise on the subject matter than either Joe or I. Emma Watson, who tweeted, trans people are who they say they are and deserve to live their lives without being constantly questioned or told they aren't who they say they are. I want my trans followers to know that I and so many other people around the world see you, respect you. This is what gets me right here. She says, without being constantly questioned or told they aren't who they say they are. You know, why do you care what other people think? Why? If you're so confident you're a woman, why would it matter what anybody else says? You know, I could sit here and be like, oh, I'm a really good driver. And other people are like, oh, well, you're a horrible driver. I don't care what you think. I think I'm good. Rupert Grint was similarly supportive, saying in a statement to the Sunday Times, I firmly stand with the trans community and echo the sentiments expressed by many of my peers. Trans women are women, trans men are men. We should all be entitled to live and love without judgment. So they all basically came full force back in 2020 attacking J.K. Rowling. Because, you know, I don't know if they felt like they had to. Maybe they genuinely have these views. I don't know. But clearly they picked a side, whereas Tom Felton gave probably the most neutral answer he could probably give in that situation, while showing how grateful he is for his life and the opportunity he got because of her. These people are clearly not grateful. Their whole careers, like Daniel Radcliffe's really the only one that's made it like big past Harry Potter. But like they all can do whatever they want for the rest of their lives because of this. And clearly they don't, you know, respect it at all. So one people in the comments are saying, oh, Tom Felton's jobless. He actually, out of all of them, I think has the most upcoming movies. So that's the funny part. So, and I'm sure they're small movies or maybe they're British movies because I haven't really heard of most of these. Like there he's in The Flash. I liked him on there. He did, what was it? Planet of the Apes back in the day. Wow, that came out in 2011? Jesus, that was so long ago. But he's got 5 upcoming movies. Canyon of the Dead, Altered, That Will Kill You, Fat Home Hall, Gandhi. So he's got stuff going on. Daniel Radcliffe, the one I said is probably the most successful because he did like the Weird Al Yankovic story. He's done the Now You See Me movies. Like he's probably been the most out of all of them. He's got 3 coming up. You have Rupert Grint, who plays Ron, has 1 coming up and hasn't really done anything relevant. I have never even heard of any of these. And Emma Watson hasn't done anything since 2022, which was a short. Before that was 2019. She did Beauty and the Beast, and that was about it. So she hasn't done anything either. So they're all saying he's jobless while all these other people aren't doing anything and he's got the most going on. Make that make sense. And like I said, he doesn't even need a job. He's worth $10 million. What does he need a job for? Plus, he still gets royalties. I tried looking up how much royalties he gets. There's no straight answer, but you still get royalties from the movies. $10 million he's worth. What does he need to do for work? Nothing. He's set for life. So this is just another. So they can try to cancel him, but I don't think it's going to work. I am interested to see after all this, like, you know, comes about. I'm sure he'll hear some of the backlash unless he's truly that disconnected like he was trying to act like in that interview. I'm really interested to see if he apologizes for the statement. I think that would be the real key thing. As of right now, he's saying, I'm grateful. I I'm grateful for her. I'm not listening to any of that. With enough pressure, we have learned celebrities will crack and cave to the woke mob. So I don't know if he'll do that. You know, maybe he will, maybe he won't. It'll definitely be interesting. You know, I think this whole thing is just crazy. Like, you can't even give like a neutral. That's the world we live in. You can't even give a neutral statement about someone, about J.K. Rowling. It's like the Trump effect too. You can't be like, oh, you know, whatever. Trump's all right guy. If you say that, it'll make the left explode. You can't give neutral statements on people they hate. And that's J.K. Rowling's in that category too. Pretty much anyone that doesn't think exactly like them is in that category. But most of Hollywood does. Obviously, there's exceptions, like Tom Felton. I don't think he said anything wrong. He could have gone way farther with this, and he didn't. He gave the best answer possible. And I hope he does still do that reprisal like he was going to in the Broadway play as his own character. And I hope he doesn't cave in and apologize for this. I will have so much respect for him if he honestly, the best thing he could do is just ignore it. Move on. Best thing he could do. But we'll see going forward. Thank you guys for watching. Tell me what you guys think Tom Felton will do next. Draco Malfoy. Tell me what you guys think about the left just attacking people that don't agree with them. Let me know in the comments. Like, subscribe, and I'll see you next time.